Good evening, everyone. Today we'll be going over the lessons learned during the Global Summit Bridge. My name is George, and I'll be presenting on behalf of Team Australia. So the bridge started when the Human Resource Benefit Coordinator opened an email with a billing invoice attachment that contained a ransomware executable. The Human Resource Benefit Coordinator alerted the HR manager that the files on this station could not be opened. The user updated the link to view the content of the Excel. Once the executable was initiated, the ransomware was uploaded to the internal web server. 5 files were shared which became encryptable. Afterward, 2 files showed up on the desktop, read to decrypt and file encrypted. The encryption was AEF 265 agreement and contained the identification number to send attackers an email address when the Bitcoin was delivered. After the incident, team were informed about the attack. We started by rebooting our Windows 10 operating system to a safer mode. Some of the tools that we used were the Snort, Excel, Nesix, Wireshark, and Crypto 2. We also made an assessment of what happened, and we used up to date anti-malware software to clean the ransom from our system. We decrypted the password for ransom to retrieve the shared files. And also, we try to educate and also train all the employees of the incident and how they can detect any suspicious act. We also blocked the IP address since it was already known on the firewall to prevent any attack or to prevent our system from receiving packets from such IP address. Also, we updated our snort rules to incorporate alerting any packet that contains executables or keywords such as attack script, ransom, malware, ransomware, and attacks. Some of the areas that the team were able to perform effectively is that we were able to use the intrusion detection system and also antivirus software to identify the malware. Also, we conducted a digital forensics on the infected framework. Also, we effectively removed the malware from the infested host. Our team were infected in were effective in blocking and preventing the future attacks using the same attack vectors and also techniques. In addition, we responded by conducting user awareness and also training. Lastly, the team effectively created a SNOT and also YARA rules to help detect malware within our system. So now we're gonna talk about the areas that the team or we think that needs improvement. So some of the security, obviously security controls obviously failed. So the monitoring tool failed to notify our IT team about the attack. Also, our anti-malware software was out of date, so it also failed to block the malware, and also our firewalls also failed to monitor the flow of the traffic in our system. With that being said, as a group, what we can do to improve some of these controls and to avoid any future attacks on our system is that we have to set up a SNOT and YARA rules. We have to set up and update all our antivirus and anti-malware programs to regularly conduct scan automatically. Also, we will make some adjustment to our policies to ensure that it addresses the prevention of malware attacks. In addition, another way we can also improve is that the patch software, the operating system, and also the um, firmware, all of them needs to be updated and also to be incorporated in our organization. By doing that, we will make sure that we use the centralized patch management system. Lastly, we can also improve by configuring all our firewalls to block access to known malicious IP addresses, just like the one that affected our system during the conference. we're now going to look at how we can improve the security awareness program within our organization. So we're going to start by developing an effective security strategy. The security should be built in the culture of our organization to ensure that every employee within our organization or our company understands the importance of cybersecurity and far-reaching impact that a data breach can have on our organization. Also, errors remain the number one cause of cyber attack, and cyber criminals are quick to take advantage of this lack of cybersecurity awareness to launch on a targeted attack. So the development of a comprehensive security strategy will protect all our sensitive data, reduce the threats, and also to ensure that our reputation as an organization will stay intact. Also, we have to make sure that we keep a defensive practices up to date. Security policies could become useless unless our organization have a thorough and a continual way of monitoring our cybersecurity compliances. So the cybersecurity landscape is consistently shifting and evolving. So it is important that our employees are continually trained to ensure that they respond appropriately to the most up-to-date security threat. Lastly, security awareness training is how we can also improve our security awareness programs. So having an effective security awareness training is essential in training our staff to identify and also respond appropriately in the growing range of cyber security threats. It is important that all our employees, regardless of the level, should receive the training to ensure that they have the skills required to identify any attack. Cybersecurity training should also be engaging and very informative to ensure that our staff understand what is required of them, and it shouldn't be something that like it is only required by just the IT department to protect our data. All the staff should know the important roles that they provide in safeguarding the organization's sensitive information. Our organization, we have a Windows 10 operating system that we use for now, and we believe some of the vulnerabilities that could have that led to this ransom attack are lack of malware protection. Obviously, our malware was out of date, and also our personal firewalls had some defect on it, so it failed to protect our block the attack from happening. Also, after our assessment, it looks like we do have a weak drive encryption. We also have a very weak Windows security policy settings that also resulted in this attack. Lastly, we do not have or most of our stuff are like unpatched systems. So now after that attack, we kind of realized the importance of patching all our system or all our data. The last thing that we learned from the summit and also specifically from the breach that our team received was that having a good patch management strategy will avoid any attacks, and also having an effective patch management ensures that all our devices and also our software are always up to date. Also, patch management application can filter for and also report any vulnerabilities, which may enable us to test for these patches and also to push the updates rapidly. Many hackers depend on unfortunate casualty to have unpatched framework running on their system. So the simplest way that we as an organization can do to avoid any future occurrences is to have a patch management. This brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. And please, if you have any questions, I'll be leaving my business card with our department or our team's phone number on there, with our emails as well. Please do not hesitate to reach us if you have any questions. Thank you and all the best. And also thank you for all that you do for this organization.